Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Eric Burdett here.
Well, we're definitely not gonna need this where we're going. What's up, guys? Thank you guys so much for tuning back to the channel. Anyway, in today's video, we're gonna be tearing apart the 65 Mustang's 302 Ford engine. So it should be really cool, really interesting. We're gonna tear this thing apart, see what's going on. Hopefully it's not really damaged too bad. I'm thinking if you guys saw the last episode, we pulled this thing out of the Mustang because it had a bad lifter tick. And we really just need to clean the whole thing up. As you guys can see, this thing is covered in oil. Every single gasket's leaking and it just needs a lot of work and freshening up. So hopefully we're gonna tear this thing apart today, see exactly what we're working with, get some parts ordered, and get this thing back together. Well, that'll be next video. But anyway, guys, let's go ahead and start tearing apart this thing and see what happens. So hopefully it's not broken. We got most of the top end off, need to take the intake off, but we finally got to look at the tag here, clean it off. If you guys can see, so my guess was this engine was out of a 72 Ford. So looking at the tag, finally 302 to C code 71. Pretty good guess on my part, I'm kind of happy with that, but 71's good. This engine has a flat tappet lifters, those are way better. So I mean, everything here should be good. We're gonna keep pulling this thing apart. Next thing coming off is this is coming off, this distributor. Then we gotta take the water pump off, get all this stuff situated. If you guys have noticed, I've been walking back every now and then. That's because, tech tip for you guys, if you have a bunch of bolts like this coming apart, it's really easy to forget them. So I always get some plastic bags, put them in the bag, and then set them off to the side. So label everything, I know what everything does, but that's my tip to you guys if you're doing this at home. Anyway, let's get back to it, tear this thing apart.
Yeah, I take one step forward, two steps back. I'm trying to get ahead of the game, but life keeps throwing me off track, yeah. Living life a mile a minute, got my head spinning. Yeah, I got scars and I'm healing from the shit that I've been in. Now it's 3 days in a row and I'm stuck. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with me, I can't open up. And I've been losing for a while, but I ain't doing no wrong. The only thing I ever do is bust my ass on these songs.
So guys, we got the first valve cover off, and as you guys can see, it is super filthy in here. But one big thing to notice, you see those valve springs? They've definitely been replaced. They're definitely new. Probably haven't been in there super long. So I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, but this thing has definitely had a valve job at some point, but it is just so dirty in here. Look at all the oil is clumped up in here. Oh man, but we're going to keep tearing this thing apart. This thing's about to come out, and let's tear this thing off. Okay guys, so we have all the bolts off for the heads like you guys just saw. These things are ready to come off this nasty engine, but let's set this thing up. Everything's been bagged and tagged. These heads are ready to come off. Nothing else is holding them on here except for their 40-year-old gaskets. So let's go ahead and take this thing off. Well, we're definitely not going to need this where we're going. Ooh. Now that's spicy. Okay guys, so we got this head off, and just look at the amount of oil just piled up inside of this thing. Look at this. Look at that. It's crazy. But again, everything on this side looks pretty good. There's a little bit of skirt wear on this side, but I mean, to the touch, it's still very smooth. So I'm not sure. We'll see. But everything in here is looking pretty good. So we got the oil drained out. We are ready to flip this thing over. So we're gonna go ahead, flip this engine over, take the oil pan off, clean everything up a little bit. Then we're gonna go ahead, take the timing cover off. Here, there's dipstick, and then basically just have a block. So let's go ahead and do that, get that out of the way, and then we'll go from there. Guys, we managed to find the rest of my rear main seal. Yeah, that's nice. That's great. And then we took the balancer and everything off just to find that. So this is timing chain. It's supposed to have some pretty good tension on it. And you can see where all these teeth are chipped away, where this timing chain has been stretched. So that's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad we pulled this thing apart to find all this, because this thing is absolutely trashed. I'm not sure what we're going to do bottom end. We might do some new piston rings. I haven't decided yet. We're definitely going to regasket everything, clean everything, probably paint the block too while we're at it. But I mean, it looks like these freeze plugs they're in good shape. I mean, everything's looking, it looks bad, but it's not terrible. I'm just glad that it's not blown up, so it's awesome. Either way, honestly, I'm pretty happy right now, but it's gonna be a lot of work. Okay guys, so I have a pretty good idea on the stuff I'm gonna need. Basically what we're gonna do is probably do an entire top end rebuild. New lifters, probably put a new cam in it, all new gaskets. We might get the heads reworked, we might get some new heads. I haven't decided yet. It really depends what I can find locally. But yeah, we're gonna do a whole top end rebuild. I think the bottom end's gonna be in pretty good shape. It's spinning freely. Everything's pretty solid down there. We might put new rings on the pistons, but I don't know, we'll see. Most gasket kits come with new rings anyway, so if we need to, we'll do it. I'm not sure yet, but anyway, I mean, the engine's pretty rough off, but at the same time, it's not that bad. It's fixable. So, especially with this thing freshened up and everything, it should run a ton better, because it's just full of nasty gunk. But yeah, basically, next episode, hopefully, I'm probably going to clean this thing off, and then we're going to start rebuilding this thing once all the parts get in. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this kind of style video. It's not as exciting, but you get to see the engine torn apart, maybe learn something. I know I learned a lot tearing this thing apart, but hopefully next video, we put this thing back together. Thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned, and check out the other videos, all that good stuff, and I'll talk to you next one. Deuces.
Welcome back to the channel.
I'm beating it up like I'm Tyson. She's sucking me clean like a Dyson. I'm going back to my old ways.